Okay, so let's jump right into this. We're going to talk about how to fundamentally change your financial future. And here's the key. The most powerful tool for building wealth, it isn't in your wallet. It's right between your ears.
This quote from Henry Ford just hits it right on the head. In a study of over 10,000 millionaires, get this, 97% of them believed they could become millionaires. They believed they were in control of their own success. It shows you your financial success really doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your mind.
So many of us feel like we're just stuck when it comes to money. But the real barrier, it's often this invisible script, right? A set of beliefs running in the background of our minds. I mean, if you deep down think money is evil or that you're just not the kind of person who has it, you're going to find that opportunities to get it just seem to pass you by.
When it comes down to it, your financial life is pretty much run by one of two mindsets. On one side, you've got the scarcity mindset. That's operating from a place of fear, this belief that there's just not enough to go around. But on the other side, you've got the abundance mindset, which sees a world that's just full of opportunities and potential for growth. And these mindsets, they're shaped by beliefs we might not even realize we have.
Do any of these sound familiar? I mean, really familiar? Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. These are super common, deeply ingrained ideas that can sabotage our best efforts before we even get started. They get programmed into us, often from when we were kids, and they just keep running in the background, creating this self-fulfilling financial prophecy. Earl Nightingale put it so simply: we become what we think about. It's this classic idea that our dominant thoughts literally shape our reality, for better or for worse. It's like your brain becomes magnetized by the ideas you let it dwell on, and it starts attracting the people and the situations that are in harmony with those thoughts.
It's a really powerful way to think about it, right? Your brain is like a computer, and the old saying holds true: garbage in, garbage out. So if you're constantly feeding your mental computer with limiting beliefs, well, it's only going to produce limited results. So the big question becomes, how do you change the programming? Well, one really potent tool for this is something called neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP. The easiest way to think about it is like a user's manual for your brain. It gives you a way to find that mental code that's holding you back and then intentionally rewrite it. So how do we actually do this? Let's get into the practical, step-by-step process for changing that inner script. It's time to stop just reading the old story and start writing a new, more empowering one about money. To really break down these beliefs, financial expert Shinobu Hindard lays out this awesome roadmap. It's a full system that takes you all the way from digging into your past to actually taking new actions out there in the real world. The first step, and it's essential, is to really reflect on your childhood. As financial expert Rachel Cruz says, more is often caught than taught when it comes to money. Understanding your family's money culture, the things you overheard, the attitudes you saw, that's how you figure out where your own beliefs even came from.
Here's a powerful way to take control. It's a technique from NLP called anchoring. Think of these like emotional shortcuts. You intentionally link a specific trigger, it could be a gesture, a word, anything, to a powerful, positive state of mind. That way, you can call up that feeling whenever you need it, on demand. Now, this might sound almost too simple, but it's directly wired into your brain. Your posture doesn't just reflect how you feel, it can actually create the feeling. If you slump your shoulders and look down, you feel defeated. But if you sit up straight, pull your shoulders back, and smile, your brain gets an immediate signal of confidence. By physically changing your state, you can anchor a feeling of power in an instant.
This quote really sums up the whole shift. This isn't about just sitting back and passively wishing for things. It's about actively changing who you believe you are. Because when you start to truly believe you're the type of person who is capable and successful, you start attracting the opportunities and resources that match that new belief. It finds you. And that's, right there, is why the inner game is so critical. Once your mindset is aligned, all the practical stuff, the outer game, suddenly becomes so much more effective. You're not fighting an uphill battle against yourself anymore.
So this is the playbook for the outer game, and it's built on proven principles. Think of these as the levers you can now pull with your new, powerful mindset.
It all starts with earning, and then it moves through this logical chain of planning, saving, and investing to turn your belief into real, tangible results. So what's this number? Well, according to Bankrate, $891 is the average extra cash people with a side hustle bring in every single month. This just shows that the first step, increasing your earning potential, is probably way more achievable than you think. And that extra income, that's what you can use to supercharge everything else. This might be the single most powerful financial habit you can build, period. By making your savings and investments automatic, you're treating your future self like your most important bill. It shifts saving from something you might do with leftover money into a non-negotiable priority. Of course, even with the best mindset and the best habits, it's still easy to get sidetracked. So let's look at the common roadblocks, because honestly, knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what you should be doing. Take a look at these. Do any of them feel a little familiar? Procrastination, fear of investing, not having clear goals. These are the classic enemies of financial progress. And the research shows that successfully dodging these mistakes is just as crucial as building good habits. They're two sides of the exact same wealth-building coin. All right, so let's zoom out for a minute and reframe this entire journey. Because building wealth isn't really just about piling up numbers in an account. It's about what that wealth allows you to do and to be. This ancient Stoic wisdom teaches us that money is simply a tool. That's it. It isn't good or bad on its own. Its value comes from how we choose to use it. When you handle it wisely, it becomes a resource that lets you live generously, be independent, and support a good life without being totally consumed by money anxiety. And this brings us right back to the beginning. Full circle. Napoleon Hill, in his masterpiece, Think and Grow Rich, argued that every great fortune on earth started as nothing more than an idea. It all begins with a burning desire, backed by unshakable faith, and organized into a definite plan. The wealth you want, it starts right there in your mind. So here's the ultimate takeaway. Your financial reality is a direct reflection of your thoughts. If you change your thoughts, you change your actions, and when you change your actions, you change your destiny. The power is yours. So the only real question left is, what will you choose?